Hello and welcome to video 23 of the Fearless Motivation by Mental Stamina video series. So today guys, I would like to begin this video with a realization. Today is Easter Sunday. Dun, dun, dun. So basically, I believe today is the holiest day in the Christian faith because it is the day that Jesus, or Jebus as I more effectively say, was resurrected. So basically, I believe this is when he became the spiritual entity that most people worship as the Lord above. So this occurred after on Friday when he was crucified to absolve us of all our sins. So that's basically the religion that I've been following for the majority of my life. And basically, what I believe I will focus more on religion and the role it has had in my life in a few later videos in the fitness chapter of my video series. So what I wanted to get through to you guys is that I'll share a quote that I shared with my mother that when I initially met her when I had the brain tumor diagnosed, and I just said, what if the Lord is calling me to go back home? Basically, I cannot change that, and if not, I will fight. I realize now how salient that quote really means, because I've just been fighting my entire life, but I guess I'm slowly getting there. Like I said to you in a previous video, my health hasn't really been better, even with this stupid coronavirus. I just keep going forward, and I'm just but I've got to remember to always be humble and kind, and just also be careful what I say. But what I wanted to get from that religion perspective is I'm going to share a quote with you guys from a leader I currently follow in the religion space, and his name is Joel Osteen. And basically what it says is, you're going to go through tough times. That's life. But I say, nothing happens to you. It happens for you. See the positive and negative events. So basically with that, guys, with every negative event that occurs to you, there's always going to be a lesson or something you can use to your benefit. With my brain tumor, I'm creating 100 video YouTube series. It took me a while to actually think about this and actually get something drawn behind it. But hey, if you go forward every day and you're working every day, you can only benefit, and and especially from negative events. Well, what is this trying to teach me? Even when you lose a game, in football, it's either you win or you learn. So basically that is the fundamental I want to get through you guys on negative events. So I also wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about developing a purpose. So basically, that is a fundamental thing that it's really taken me a slow time to develop this, but my purpose generally is fitness and health promotion, becoming the best version you can possibly be of yourself. Just that, developing that fearless mindset and having sound mental acuity. Even now, I wrote down half an hour's worth of notes, but I'm just I guess I don't need them, but I guess you can probably even see my notebook on my lap. But hey guys, it's all about the transparency and being a genuine person, and that's what I've adapted. Even right now, I'm wearing my fraternity sweatshirt, which in the next chapter I will detail to you. It's just so big that, hey, you're wearing letters, so you just gotta raise people up. And TK is love, charity, and esteem, but I'll get more into that in the next chapter because I'm digressing. So right now, I'm shortly gonna detail to you guys about my travels to Edinburgh, Scotland. Which, like I said, guys, this happened 12 years ago, and it's somewhat hard. So I'm just gonna deliver to you guys the most salient points that I remember. So basically, I traveled to Edinburgh, Scotland from Glasgow by bus. So I believe I checked into one of the hostels there, and I asked about landmarks. The most obvious landmark when you travel to Edinburgh is the Edinburgh Castle, which is right smack down in the downtown, I believe. I believe I took like a short like city bus there or something, but I'm not 100% sure. What is really awesome when you're in the castle is you get to go up on the turrets and you get to see the like whole hindsight of the city, and basically you can see like the scope of things. It really takes you back to the medieval days when like sieges occurred and like Game of Thrones type conflicts occurred. Like I'm a huge D&D nerd, so I just like know all about like sieges and different types of dragons and like mythical creatures. That's what we used to do when we were in basements. But again, I digress, but it's somewhat on the topic of what I'm talking about. So what I do also, I want to say I visited the throne room in the castle, and I sat on the throne because I consider myself a king like every day, because like I said, like you've got to have that positive self-confidence and self-discipline, but also not let it dilute into arrogance. So I don't even know if the castle currently had a throne room, but I want to say I did do that. But what I do remember was the changing of the guards there, which was pretty dope because it was like a half an hour process. I see the Scottish guards march out in their kilts, and I remember them just putting on the whole like stern march as they march into their positions. We weren't actually allowed in the barracks because I guess that's where they have their meals and such. But I do remember looking at their firepower and it being like an AR-13 assault rifle and be like, oh wow, that can really take care of business. Kind of like Al Pacino in that movie where he goes, this is my gun, and he just shoots and he goes, say hello to my little friend. And I'm just like, I want to share like some random like stuff to you guys, but it's, Scarface, that's what it's called. It was quite a good that gun. It was like similar to that fashion to you guys. So the other landmark I did visit in Edinburgh was the Houses of Commons, just basically where the government passes its laws. It was pretty dope there as well. You just get to see the upper and lower houses and the role each of them plays, and their rules of like order and how everything goes through and how like laws are passed. So yeah, I actually just googled that Scotland has a prime minister, and I was like, oh yeah, because they're like a one of those constitutional monarchies, like kind of like what Canada is. They are not a republic, which is reigned over by a president. So that was kind of dope. So the last thing I'll say about Edinburgh, while I refer to my notes, is that oh yeah, I took also several photos in the House of Commons, and that was my Facebook picture up until about 5 years ago. Yeah, I use that as my cover picture, and all my Facebook friends can see all the photos of my entire European journey in my photos collection. I think I shot about like 200 different photos. So yeah, that's just kind of my mentality on that. So guys, as I wrap up video 23, I will, in the next 2 videos, I will be disclosing to you my travels to London in the London fog. Kind of getting lost, but that's what I always talk about, like getting lost and just rediscovering myself. But anyways, guys, I'll see you next time. Until next time, guys, Kaizen, baby. Ow! So feel free to leave questions, comments, or even subscribe to my channel. And my hope is to eventually start a business, like from that developing a purpose thing that I was getting through to you guys. But anyways, guys, take care, and look forward to seeing you in videos 24 and 25.